Do you know why people cannot be friends with Robyn? Do you know why the women were never able to be friends with Robyn? Outside of the fact that she's a lying con artist that walked into a family and dismantled it, upset it, and just caused havoc and then played games within the family, made herself the victim in every case, and alienated Kody from his family in order to get her needs met, and being just the mess that she is. It's because Robyn is not trustworthy. Robyn is a pathological lie, and Robyn always plays the victim, and Robyn is always looking to be number one. Robyn's quest to be number one and Kody's number one was something that she was seeking from day one of joining this family. Her goal was simple. She wanted to be famous, according to friends I have spoken to that knew her in Pinedale, according to family members who knew her, according to one of her ex-husband's nieces, according to friends of her ex-husband, according to cousins of her ex-husband, literally according to everyone in Pinedale where Robyn came from. She was after Kody because Kody was on reality television, and Robyn wanted fame. Robyn's propensity to play nice with other people had already been proven to be impossible by way of the way she was raised by her mother, who apparently was just like Robyn. And according to a family person who was around at the time, stated that Alice was like a helicopter mom who was constantly helping her children's bad behavior, making them the victim, and supporting bad behavior too. Her children by always telling her children, i.e. Robyn, that she's the victim in every case. Family members who knew Robyn and grew up around Robyn claimed that Robyn was what they thought to be a covert narcissist, very much incapable of understanding, incapable of telling the truth, constantly altering and using manipulation as a technique to get what she wanted, and then using her quote-unquote empathy and skill to get people to open up to use what they open up to her about against them. And when Robyn joined the family of Kody and Robyn, one former friend of Preston Jessup told me they believed fully the minute Robyn came into the Brown family, she would destroy it. They knew it based upon what she had done to Preston, her ex-husband. Now, in the world of polygamy, you have to remember they like to blame the women. So take things with a grain of salt. But when you hear the same story over and over and over again, you start to go, and then you pattern it after the actions of what you see on the show, and you're like, okay, that makes sense. And so this week on Sister Wives, Robyn made a comment about how she feels bad for people that have to date in this day and age. She feels bad like Kody for someone that's single and has to date. Robyn has never dated outside of the bounds of a cult or stealing another woman's man. But here's what she had to say. I feel bad cause I know that these days with dating, it's very difficult. It's not what it used to be. You know, the smartphone has just really destroyed that whole thought process. I feel bad for people that are having to go through this process now. Robyn feels bad for anyone that would have to date in today's day and age because of the smartphone. She feels bad. Pity for someone that would have to meet someone through a smartphone, and dating as though being single is not something you should aim to be. That kind of set in motion this idea in my head, like the reason why she stays with Kody is she doesn't want to be single, and she doesn't want to have to find someone new, because how would she find someone new now that she's out of her cult? Robyn has left the group. Robyn has tried to get Kody back into the cult many times. Robyn met with leaders with Kody in either 23, I think, the fall of 2023, to try to get Kody back into the good graces to repent for what he had done to avoid getting kicked out, and so that possibly they could take on new eye. Also wanted to start a farm at Coyote Pass with the hope that they could turn or bring friends down from Utah to join them, and Flagstaff, and Kody would be the leader. Obviously, the OB leadership said no. Kody did not repent, but Robyn tried. Robyn has never dated, and to feel bad for someone dating is Just a weird thing to feel, but she says that, she feels bad for people that have to date in today's day and age because, the smartphone has made it more tough. What is her dating history like? What is Robyn's life like? Well, let's talk about Robyn. Feels bad for Meri, who's out in the real world trying to find someone that she finds compatibility with. Dating isn't easy. It is definitely trying on a lot of hats. Online dating is also not easy. You'll meet a lot of people online, and you'll speak with them, and you'll think they sound really great, and you'll email, then you meet and you have no chemistry, right? Or you meet and you realize you're not attracted to them or whatever it is. I met my husband through a website before they did dating apps, and we were matched on that website, but before my husband and I went on dozens, lots of dates from online, and it is a lot of work, but you learn what you like and what you don't like, and you are able to figure out real quick who is going to work and who's not going to work, and it helps you to grow. It can be exhausting because you can feel like I'm constantly going out on dates, but at the same time, if you want to find someone and you want to settle down, that's what you have to do. So Robyn feels bad that Meri is out there doing this, which is weird because wouldn't you want your friend to find someone? I thought you loved her, but Robyn has never dated, so she doesn't even know what she's feeling bad for. Instead, Robyn has always gone after other guys, other women's husbands or other women's potential boyfriends. In fact, it was a family friend who told me point blank how Robyn ended up in a relationship with her ex-husband Preston. And this came from someone that knew Robyn, someone that has older sisters that are friends with Robyn, someone who's older, sister babysitted for Robyn, someone who's connected to her ex-husband, and someone who is a niece. And that niece told me that Robyn was manipulative from day one with Preston. She actually charmed Preston before they were ever married. Preston actually liked Robyn's sister Fawn, and even Robyn's mother wanted Preston to marry Fawn and warned Preston against Robyn. Wait, what I said? Oh yeah, she purposely got pregnant so Preston would have to marry her. And then when Preston found out that Robyn had racked up like $30,000 worth in debt, taken out credit, cards in his name and his businesses, company, and went shopping while he was out working, and then she had all this money due, and then she had to tell him about what had happened after she had been shopping nonstop and then hiding what she was buying in a shed in their yard. Preston's family came together, paid off of her debt, and then she had that money spent within 24 hours. Once the money had been given to her, she left Preston. And not long after she left Preston, she set her sights on Kody Brown. And she, according to Preston's family, had always been clear she wanted to be on reality television. She was obsessed with reality TV and she wanted to be popular. And it started spreading within the church around the time that she left Preston that Kody and his family were being considered for a TV show, and she wanted her chance, and she knew it would be a way to meet her dream of being on reality television. So she went after Kody. She didn't accidentally just bump into him in Utah. She went out of
her way to be in places that he would be in order to make touch with him. She will never admit that to the Brown family. She will never admit that to anyone in the family. I mean, if you would try to bring this up to McKeely in a Patreon, she'll say that Robyn wanted to join the family and loved her dad. Or even Meri still defends it,
and says no, she really wanted polygamy. It's because the Browns became, in a way, disconnected from the church once they went public with the show, and they got kicked out of the church basically because the church didn't want anything to do with them being public. And once that happened, they became like paras within the church, and a lot of people wouldn't associate with them anymore. But also, people were warning Kody about Robyn, and he didn't care. He literally didn't care. He just wanted her because he thought she was hot, and Robyn manipulated Kody into marrying her by telling Kody that she had been proposed to by someone in the church leadership. I don't know if it was like an apostle. I don't think it was a brethren, but it was someone that was above Kody that she had been given a proposal. And a lot of people don't believe Robyn when she says that, but I know it's a fact that once someone is divorced in the church and she becomes single and she's able to still have kids, even if she has kids of her own, guys don't care, she could have 10 proposals the day the divorce papers are filed, but Kody refused to listen to people about Robyn because he believed she was like so beautiful, like because other men wanted her more and had asked her, and that's what Robyn told him. He felt like he had to marry her, and that by marrying her, he was like getting the trophy that all the other leaders wanted, but didn't achieve. So he felt like he had won the lottery, and so by doing this, though, he also refused to listen to people about her backstory and her history, and he did it willingly. Like, he refused. And then family members of Preston's have told me flat out, like, Robyn's history in Pinedale was not hidden. This was something that it's a closed community for the most part. I mean, not closed, but it has some. Today it's different where there's more people living there that are out of the cult than in the cult, and they have to coexist together. But it used to just be all cult, right? And so they're all the rumors traveled there. Everyone knew in Pinedale what Robyn had done. Everyone. And that kind of stuff doesn't stay secret. And then when she's immediately preying on Kody, she's not doing it for the intentions of wanting to be with Kody. She's doing it because she wants fame and money. And as one of Preston's friends once told me, to feed her shopping addiction, because that money that Kody can give her feeds the addiction she wants to go shopping. So now here we are all these years later, and Robyn is saying on the camera that she feels bad for anyone that has to date in today's day and age with the use of smartphones. And yet Robyn of her own accord used resources to close to her. It might not have been a dating app, but she learned through the grapevine that there was a family that was going to be on reality television. And then she sought out that person, and she became whoever he wanted her to be in order for him to marry her. One thing that one of Preston's friends told me about Robyn was that she is always wearing a mask with him because she pretends to be whoever she needs to be for him so that he'll stay with her. But then she also uses threats to keep him around. And the threats are something she's learned through her childhood, through her life, growing up this way, that in order to get what you want, you can threaten to leave, threaten to whatever it is. You know with Kody, her biggest threat always was she would leave him if he didn't give her what she wanted, or if the wives would push back, she would threaten to leave him, or if he took the side of another wife, she would threaten to leave him. So Robyn's never had to date, and she feels bad for those that have to date. So Robyn went into the family, was highly manipulative, had an agenda. She has absolutely never dated because every man that she has her sued for the purpose of either getting the guy that her sister was going to get to prove that she was better than her sister, or to get the guy to be on the reality show and stealing him from the other women, and then once on the reality show with the guy spending most of her time trying to be number one and playing a role for Kody and wearing a mask, and then systematically threatening Kody, manipulating Kody, making him adopt the kids, telling him lies about her ex-husband, and then somehow putting him in a position where she was tired of being at Meri's beck and call. She was sick of being the low woman on the totem pole, made Kody marry her under threat of leaving, and then somehow they conned Meri into believing the marriage was about the kids. Now today, after going to all these great lengths to remove Meri from the family, get Kody to divorce her, take money from Meri and steal, and then also steal Meri's husband, steal Meri's place. Now she feels bad because Meri has to date, further proving that if Robyn had her way, she would still be abusing Meri to this day, taking advantage of the money that Meri contributes to the family taking.
Advantage of Meri's naive and her. Inexperience out in the real world. Meri's more experienced today than she was then, but back then, Robyn was the one that was more experienced and more manipulative. And so now Robyn feels bad for the woman that she displaced, the woman that she stole from, the woman that she ripped off. She feels bad that she's single, because if Robyn had it,
her way, Meri would still be there for her to abuse. And that's the truth about Robyn Brown. And when I heard her say what she said this week, I was like, I could do a whole video. So this is what it is. So what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and click the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, besties.